Welcome everybody to Misscliks Demigods edition with our first demigod guest, who is actually not a demigod in and of himself, is Parv, also known as Miss Grisham.
Yay! Welcome! Throwing like stuff. Welcome! Guest time!
Guest hugs. Fabulous. Thank you for having me.
Who are you, Parv? Introduce yourself to our viewers who might not know.
Hello, I'm the Parvinator. I taste just like a jacket potato. My name's Solid Snake, like I'm David Hayter. And I sit backwards on my chair like I'm AC Slater. I'm not a misogynist, but I'd like to berate. Yeah. Gonna play Dota 2, so I'll see you later. And that's me. Is that a good introduction? I'm not sure. I'm not sure anyone's like they know what to say. I'm Parv. I make YouTube videos and I make music. You might know me from Area 11 or from the Oxcast.
Huzzah!
Yay!
Awesome.
So,
It's a pretty good intro.
yeah.
Accent hype.
Accent hype.
So you were asking if there were any rules. Pretty much, Neal makes the rules, and you use your imagination, and he'll tell you the numbers to put into the Roll20 app that will then determine your fate.
Okay. Can I say die scrubs
Yeah.
every time I kill one of you guys?
Sure,
Okay, good.
but you can't kill us.
No.
So.
I mean, you can
I can't
try to
kill
kill
you.
them. You're welcome
Okay.
to try. They're saying that you will be unable to succeed.
Okay.
Neal
Alright.
wants you to try to kill us.
Why-
We would
did not
prefer that
discuss
you.
this at ever. What?
I'm sure. I'm
Oh
sure.
god,
Miss
what if he
Grisham
brought
isn't a 20th level fighter with a handbag of slaying.
Oh my gosh.
So Neal is just basically making all of our guests have the sole mission to destroy us.
What? That was never agreed upon ahead of time.
I hope not.
No. So, the party was last seen in Porton after dropping off the giants, or the titans.
Storm giants.
Storm giants, yeah, over at the mountains. And where do you go from there? What are you doing? We'll get to you in a minute, Parv. You're not quite here yet.
Okay. I'll try and
Can
be
we
quiet.
go back to the nearest village or something?
Yeah, you're already in the nearest city. But that is still quite a ways from your hometown. Why isn't the map updated yet?
Where's the bar? Do I see a bar?
Of course there's a bar.
Okay, I head
I
there.
am in it.
I am already in it, and in the Adea, I already paid for at least one or two beers.
Okay,
All right.
I'm subtracting two
I'm
beers.
2 beers in. 2 beers in, and I'm like, is the bar singing? Are there people singing in the bar?
Not yet, they're not.
Okay, I'm like, hey, everybody! What time is it of the day?
It's evening, almost.
Okay. Do you guys have anyone that likes to tell stories? And I asked that to the whole bar. I'm new in town. I want to listen to a story as I put my 2 feet like this on a table.
Someone from across the bar yells, "Shut up!"
Hey, man, what's your name? As I point to him.
He shakes his head and turns back to the conversation he was having with his friends.
How many people are close to me?
There's like 6 within, a couple meters.
I'm like, okay, 6 beers for you guys, and then I buy a round for them.
Okay,
I
that's
have
1
money.
silver, 1 silver, and 2 copper.
Do you have money?
Yes.
No, but I owe Arcas beers, so he can order me to buy beers for everybody else.
Yeah. Also, is there any girls in that group?
Yes.
There are your sisters.
How many girls? Who are they? Describe. Come on, Neal.
There are 2 females in that group of 6. One is a half-elf of medium stature and slender build with fair golden hair. The other is a dwarf who at first you thought was a guy because of her stocky stature and kind of greasy, tangled, matted hair with some dirt in it.
Okay, I go talk to the half elf.
Of course, you go talk to the pretty one, right? No one ever wants to go talk to the ugly dwarf.
Hey, be nice to dwarves. They have feelings too.
I'm trying to be merry with Arcas because I was really scared that we were all going to die in the dragon attack, and it reminded me how much I love my brother. So I'm sipping on a beer and like following him around and trying to be like, yay!
Is there any hot guy for Adea?
Adea, do you look about for attractive young men?
No, I'm pretty much just following Arcas and
Because
like.
I would
trying to-
introduce her to a man while I talk to the little lady.
When
You
you
know?
were like asking people if they knew songs or stories, I was like, oh yeah, songs, oh stories, yeah. And then like when you were talking about a song, I tried to remind you of a song that we used to sing together as kids or
Okay,
something, but you
let's do
weren't
that.
listening to me. So
Okay.
I just like,
Okay,
Yeah.
eventually I catch on to that, and I'm like, oh, what's this? How does it start again? Let's do this. As you and I, we have like proficiency in
yeah,
singing and singing.
yeah, we're really good singers and dancers, right, Neil?
Yes.
Do you have proficiencies? Yeah.
How did it go? I went like,
Oh yeah,
like-
it was the down in the dell on the water. There was.
I started looking super sad, like really fucking sad. I'm like tearing up next to them, and I'm like,
And we're
Or
like
we could-
whirling about really impressively,
Yeah.
and like it's like we're almost glowing
yes,
because
yes.
we're so
I'm
impressive.
like making her dance. You know, like a guy like dances with a girl and like bows.
And I'm like
everything.
fully extended dancer, like just and I'm singing while dancing.
yeah.
We're just putting on a crazy show right now.
I
Yeah,
cross
we are.
my
All
arms
right,
and
give
I
me some
pout.
dancing checks and some singing checks.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Let's. See.
What is my proficiency? Okay,
I'm
singing.
gonna Open my.
Oh, I am
thing.
so proficient at singing and dancing. It's not even funny.
Is it?
Me too. I think I'm really
Are
really
you?
high.
What is it that I rolled 20 plus
D20
my
plus-
proficiency?
Yep. And you want to hit 21 or higher.
Okay, so this is my dancing check.
Okay, I'll do my dancing as well. Oh, I missed my dancing.
All right.
I probably
so
stepped on your toe or something.
And then my singing is
And that's my singing.
oh shoot, I am
Ah!
singing and dancing like crazy.
Yeah, I'm catching up on my singing. Everybody's not paying attention to my feet, obviously. They're like.
So
focusing
at some
on
point
me.
I snap out of it and I try to go along with it. And you know when you don't know a song and you're like, you're trying to say the keywords when they come back to them.
yeah.
That's what I'm doing, and I'm trying to dance, but I have no proficiencies, so I think this is gonna be bad. Can we roll for it?
Sure. What? Adea, what stat does your dancing and singing key off of? What do you have that's
What do
like
you
an 18? Never mind, I'll just look it up.
I have dancing 18 and singing 16
I have
proficiency.
this- yeah,
Okay.
I have 15 and 17, the same thing.
But you don't know what stats those key off the top of your head? Doesn't matter. I'll look it up.
They're just listed as their own proficiency.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
All right, Jen, you do not have a singing or a dancing proficiency.
Oh,
So you can roll for dancing, it's going to be your dex minus 5. And for singing, it's going to be your charisma minus 5.
oh God, I have 8 decks.
Your dancing is d20 plus 3 then. You're pretty bad.
Oh my
You
god.
stumble
how
into
you-
some chairs and stuff. And your singing is d20 plus your charisma minus 5.
Plus my charisma, which is 14.
So
minus
D20
5,
plus
it's
9.
17.
All right, Emma's a little off key, and she kind of bumps into some things and knocks into some patrons. Other people seem to be appreciating Arcas and Adea's dancing and singing, more or less. And eventually, someone like kind of pulls Emma aside and says, "Just watch, little one. Just watch."
I'm like, who do you think you are?
Shut up and watch the show.
This is not a show. Those are my brother and sister.
It
Well,
is a
then
show, it
maybe
is
you
a
can
show,
learn
it is
something
a
from them. Shh.
This is stupid. I tried to stop them from dancing.
You
I
trying
know-
to stop us from dancing?
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
try.
push her. I push her. I'm like,
I'm trying to
Neil-
stop Adea from dancing.
With those roles and how successful I'm being, what is my emotional state right now in terms of like how elated I am?
I would say you're fairly elated. It's a 30 in dancing and a 32 in singing. These are phenomenal rolls. Give me a saving throw versus spell to overcome your unrelenting joy.
Oh God.
I forget what I roll for that. D20
Uh,
plus.
Just a flat d20, and you want to roll equal to or higher than your saving throw versus spell, which
17?
that's probably a success. Right side of your left side of your character sheet, next to HP, will be the one. on
Oh,
the
that's
bottom.
right. I'm sorry. I always forget that.
No worries.
12. Yeah.
All right, total success. You are
So
able to
for a second, I like just completely ignore her, and I'm just like enraptured in my dance, and nothing else exists except me and Arcas. But then I see her wanting to join us, and I like extend my hand and try to help her dance.
And then I tried to stop her from dancing. I'm like, we have other important stuff to do. This is stupid. We're wasting time here.
Then I ignore her and go back to dancing with Arcas.
I look really mad, and then I go sit in a corner. Like I pick the darkest of the corners of the room, and then I sit there and I do this, and then I put my little hood up, and I'm like, huh.
And I'm trying to get the crowd involved. At one point I stopped dancing and I tried to do like a, you know, those songs where you have people answer what you say,
Call
like
and
the bar
response?
song.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
So I'm like, here we are at this bar, and I ask everyone to answer like Demigods.
Demigods!
So, like,
Well, they don't know who
having
you
fun.
are, so no one answers demigods. People just go.
Well, I'm trying to make
they all
them, you
shout
know?
the name of the bar, the Red Rooster.
Okay. We can do that. What's the name of the bar?
Red Rooster.
Red Rooster.
Red Rooster. All right. Here we are in this bar. Red Rooster.
Red Rooster!
I look super mad. I'm like,
This is our gathering place that we come every night. Red
Red
Rooster!
Rooster!
And I'm just like trying to be like, you know, good. Not like I am right now, but like actually good. And it has the whole bar to be in it. And I mix up in the crowd while people are yelling and then sing.
Okay.
So pretty much this will just continue into the night,
Yeah.
unless anything else happens.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing else going on in this place. Give me charisma checks to see how successful you are at influencing people to sing along with you.
Hey, okay.
Me too?
No, just Arcas.
Okay.
can I be a negative influence in the atmosphere of the bar?
Give me a charisma check. If you succeed, you'll penalize her check.
You're a bad
Pretty
sister.
bad. Woo!
Yeah, you're not going to beat that, Jen. You literally cannot beat that. Your best roll is a 39.
Fuck, it was
or
good
40,
too.
yeah.
It was pretty good. Shit.
34. Okay. Emma's trying to, put the fire out, and Arcas manages to, swing the population her way, and pretty soon Emma is alone in the corner of a bar, pouting while everyone else is singing and dancing with her siblings.
Yeah.
Um,
Sounds about right.
You guys eventually settle down and go to bed. And in the morning, when you come down from your rooms, there is a letter waiting for you with the innkeeper.
Ooh, a letter.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if someone needs our help. I open it with flourish. And I read
I
it.
wonder if it's from Parv.
Really, Jen? You wonder if it's from Parv, because that's not the most obvious thing. You needed to go further and say it. That makes the show more enjoyable.
Oh,
Jen.
no.
So
What
salty.
she really said was, I wonder if it's from a perfectly wonderful and mysterious source.
Yeah.
It's from your secret admirer.
It's
I suppose it probably is.
Yeah.
What does it say, Neil?
a letter that says, "I need your help. Please come quickly." Signed, Miss Grisham, and then it lists an address, a residence.
Miss
House
Grisham.
at the end of Wheat Street.
It's definitely not me. It's a different
In
Miss
this
Grisham.
video?
There's two in the town.
Hmm?
There's two
In
Miss
this
Grishams,
city?
obviously.
What are you saying? I didn't hear you, Anna.
In this city, at
Yeah.
the end of the lane in the
Yeah,
city.
yeah. At the end of Wheat Street in the city.
Miss Grisham, what a strange and modern sounding name. I mean, a name that I've never heard before. Because I am in the dawn of the earth times. We should go help her. It is what the gods would want.
Well, I'm feeling like a connection with this town. I think like my charisma or dancing or singing is like making an impact, guys. Are we sure? Do we really need to help people? Who said that? I don't have a contract that says I need to help people.
Well, we
Okay.
need to help
Arcas?
people if we want the gods to notice us.
I don't care. I'm already a demigod. And I look for people, but there's nobody.
No, it's morning. No one's around.
But you could be a full god.
If you were a full god, imagine how many beers and how many ladies there would be in it for you. Lots.
That seems like a lot of work.
No, it won't be.
So you think with this solely quest, I could become a god?
Probably.
With this quest, I would be a god.
Maybe. Who can tell the will of the gods? For
What
the
if
will of
Miss
the gods
Grisham
is
is
God's
an-
own.
What
As
if Miss Grisham
Your
is an
will is that of the gods.
Okay. Let's try it. Maybe I'll become a god. Maybe I'll become a god.
Could be.
Okay.
Let's go help.
All right. So
I
you
pout
guys,
again.
you guys head down, find Wheat Street, come down to the manor at the end of it, and knock on the door, I'm assuming. Parv, you hear a knock on your front door.
Oh, it was Parv all along.
No way. Who would have seen it coming?
You guys are awful. How else am I supposed to do this?
Yeah, I know.
You guys are so mean. You guys are so mean.
How does that mean?
You're mocking me.
All right, we're knocking.
All the time.
Hello, Mrs. Grisham.
Hello. Give me a minute. I'll just come down the stairs.
He's been acting up the whole time.
People are like, oh, lady voice type. I have to do it. It's in the chat.
Do you have any roommates?
Yeah.
This makes it better.
Anyway.
I say, she sounds so sweet.
Oh, she has a lovely voice.
So anyway, I come down and I hobble over to the door, and the door creaks open. Is that my job? Am I meant to say things like that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you,
you are.
you dictate your own actions.
That's so
Oh right,
good.
yeah. So
Okay,
yeah,
The door opens and you see Parv. Please describe yourself.
I am a graying old lady with a cane, one of those sort of like bonnets made out of a scarf, a scarf tied around my head, and I've got a pink cardigan on, and like dark tights, and like a long skirt on past my knee, and I'm sort of hunched over with my cane, my walking cane.
Aww. I say, Miss Grisham, we received your letter. Whatever is the matter?
Oh, a terrible thing has happened, and I need your help, adventurers. I need your help.
Well, what's happened?
Well, you see, my magic goose has gone missing.
Your magic goose?
My magic goose.
Wait, what's a goose? Hold on, Googling.
A goose. It's
Like a swan or a duck.
Okay. Magic! Oh, like from the sky magic?
Well, he's magical. He's my only companion. He doesn't have a name. Goosie, that's his name. But he talks to me, and he's gone missing, and I miss him so much.
A goose that speaks.
He speaks? He speaks.
Well, he's a magic goose. Obviously, he speaks. How else can it be magic?
Right, that was obvious. Sorry.
Can it do anything else?
I don't know. I haven't asked him. Maybe I should ask him. I'm not sure. Anyway, I've lost my magic goose. He's the only companion I have in the world, and I'd like him back, please.
Well, do you have any idea where he went or how he got lost?
He was here in the house 1 minute, and next minute he was gone. I haven't seen him all day. He's just disappeared.
Do you think it was stolen?
I have no idea. I hope someone's not been in my house. He must be very scared and lost. I do hope we find him soon.
I pat her on the shoulder, like a little bit condescendingly, admittedly, and I'm like, "Don't worry, I'm sure we can find Goosie." And I like kind of look around. I'm like, "Can we look around and see if we can find any clues?"
Yes, come in. I should do the voice. People are asking for the voice.
Yeah.
Come in, dearie.
It's so much better.
Come in. I've got a cup of tea for you.
Do tea and cardigans exist, Neil?
Why not?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but combat shovels cannot exist.
Yeah.
No, of course not. Combat shovels are stupid.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember what spells I have. Neil, do you have record of what I told you? I guess we would have just slept, so I could choose new ones, right?
Well, you haven't yet. You'd still need to like sit down and memorize spells. Where is...
Tea. I want tea. And then I walk towards the lady. I'm like, can you put some like special ingredient in your tea?
Oh yes, I've got some brown sugar in the cupboard, I think.
No, I mean alcohol.
Well, this is special brown sugar, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I didn't get it. Okay, thank you.
I've got some of those funny cigarettes under my bed too, if you want one.
I've never tried that.
They're medically prescribed.
Oh, nice.
Adea does not hear any of this,
Don't
right?
tell the sisters. Don't tell the
There's a whispered conversation happening here.
Do not tell the sisters. This is our little secret.
Don't worry, dearie. Your secret's safe with me.
Yay.
Come in, ladies. Come in. Oh, and the dwarf.
I told you guys I was pretty hyped for this session.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We come in. I can't even go about the story. I'm just like, keep speaking with the tone. It's amazing.
Adea's all business, so she's like looking around and taking in trying to look for clues and stuff. What does the house look like?
It's kind of an old house. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a little bit on the dusty side, maybe. There's only one old woman and her magic goose to take care of the whole thing, so it's kind of fallen to pieces a little bit, not too much. She does her best to keep it up. Fairly on the large side, kind of like a small manor almost.
Manor.
It's too big for her to look after. There are certain areas of it that are very dusty and unused and haven't been used in years. And there's like wallpaper peeling off, but the main rooms, they're livable, but they're not great.
Do I see any clues, Neil, like feathers or any sign of a break-in or anything?
You're in the atrium, the greeting room, kind of the walkway, and you look about, looking for feathers or any sign of a goose having come through, but you don't see any in this immediate area. There are more rooms to the house, but as I said before, this is the atrium.
I'm gonna ask, where did you keep Goosie? Where would Goosie sleep?
He had his room down in the basement, I believe.
Maybe we should go see his room.
Oh yes, follow me.
We follow.
Miss Grisham takes you
back is...
slowly takes you inside, kind of into the main living room where there's a nice big hearth and some couches about. You see some half-eaten crumpets on a table somewhere, and there's a door.
It gives me gas.
There's a door next to the staircase that goes upstairs. That she opens the door, and there's a staircase that goes down to the basement/cellar type area, leading you down and lighting some candles as she goes, or lighting each candle in turn on the way down. Takes you into this big basement area where there's some barrels of water and whatnot. A whole bunch of goose feathers scattered all over the place. Not like heaps and heaps of them, but definitely, a goose has been here and spent a significant amount of time here.
Aside to Emma, but like not necessarily in hearing of anybody else, I asked, do you have any way of tracking a living being or finding out anything that happened to him?
I don't think so. I'm looking through my spell repertoire right now and can't find anything. Well, I could detect magic on the feathers, but that won't tell us much except that it's magical.
The only thing I can think to do is try to use pattern weave to show me the shape of the goose, but I think it would just look like any other goose, so I think we should wait.
We could ask what the goose looked like.
Yeah, I think it'll just look like a goose.
Maybe
I can
not.
tell you.
Magic.
He has feathers and a beak and 2 eyes, and his favorite food is McVitie's digestive biscuits.
I love McVitie's digestive biscuit.
Could we have some in case we find it so we can lure it?
I have to go back upstairs. It'll take me a while, but I'll be back in about 20 minutes. See you soon.
Did I get already my special tea? Am I already drinking it?
No, hasn't been. You guys went downstairs.
Okay, so I'm gonna come with you because I want some tea. And I'm like,
with the special sugar.
All right, I look around downstairs. Do we see any other clues, Neil?
Yeah, we study up the room.
Give me perception checks, both of you.
I try to put myself in the spirit of the goose, so I'm like.
I give Emma a really weird look, but don't bother her.
I'm like, shh. I'm trying to channel my inner goose.
My perception's so bad. Ah, that's not it.
D.
I know.
Ugh.
27? Oh, wait.
18.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Oh, yeah. Really bad rolls.
All right,
Don't
you guys
see
are looking
shit.
around. You don't see too much. There's what looks to be like a handful of seed or bird feed or something like that, kind of on the ground that is uneaten. There's a bowl of water as well, and there's in the back of the basement. It looks like someone has dug like a little pit that's been filled with water for like a little place for the duck to float, or the goose. I'm sorry, to float. But that's about it. No other signs.
Does hate being called a duck. It's one of the worst things you can call a goose.
All right.
want
Well, I
to
guess.
see,
Sorry.
I know we don't have the perception check for it, but I don't know if me looking for something specific might help, or will it not change anything, Neil?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
If I'm trying to look for something more specific, might it help, or because of my shitty perception check, I'm like.
Well, if you
screwed?
say I look about, you're gonna make a perception check.
Oh, okay.
That's
Well,
kind
I'm
of how
gonna
it
try
goes. But
to.
if there's anything in particular, like, oh, I want to inspect this
Okay.
one thing, then that requires its own perception check, or maybe
Okay.
like you can just detail how you look, which in exchange could do something.
Okay. So I would try to look to see if there was any sign of like fight with a goose, or like, you know, when someone tries to grab a chicken, I'm fairly certain that some feathers are gonna like pop off and like.
Yes, touching a chicken, and all of a sudden feathers go poof all over.
No, but like chicken would resist, and then like chicken fight signs would be everywhere.
Chicken fight signs are for like when animals rip a chicken to shreds and eat it. That leaves chicken feathers. But just picking up a chicken, like even if it was resisting, it might let off a few feathers, but it would be difficult to tell. If this goose was
Yeah.
taken by force, there's no clear sign.
I used to date this girl who worked in KFC, and sometimes she would bring the chickens back, and like, no, they definitely do leave a lot of feathers like around.
If you
and
pick
stuff,
them up, oh
especially
yeah,
if
but
you-
just that's
like
their
they hate
day-to-day
it.
living.
They hate it. Like you try and keep them in the bed, and they won't stay in the bed, and then they jump out the window. It's awful. It's terrible.
The girl that you
chicken,
were
right?
dating that worked at KFC that brought the chicken back from KFC.
Yeah, she didn't want it to die. She gave it a name and stuff, and yeah, it was awful. It
The
was
story is
awful.
100% believable.
That's a strange story, yeah.
Pretty sure a live chicken has never been anywhere near a KFC.
If you look at Zelda in Ocarina of Time, when he picks up the chicken gives a pretty good fight. So based
Empirical
on
evidence.
that,
My mom always told me that grabbing a chicken is like one of the hardest thing ever. It's like impossible. There's like the animal that's like the most like paranoid ever.
It is difficult. It helps if you run them over with a car first. Then you can pick them up easily.
Probably yes.
except there's no car in our world, so we're safe with that.
You see feathers
Oh, Miss
about.
Grisham has a car.
There's no cars. There's no cars.
But there are combat shovels.
No combat shovels.
All right. Anyways, so not seeing anything, I end up following them upstairs as long as Emma doesn't feel like she can see anything else either.
I grab a feather and bring it with me anyway.
You guys get back upstairs. About 10 minutes later, Steph, whose name is Arcas, is sipping on some tea. And what are you doing, Miss Grisham?
having tea too?
I've dropped all the biscuits on the floor, and I'm just trying to pick them up with my walking stick, but it's not really working. And I'm just sort of like, oh dear, oh whoopsie, clumsy Miss Grisham.
Let me
Left all
get
the
that for
biscuits.
you. Let me get that for
Oh,
you.
thank you, dear. Thank you. Oh,
I like
my
punch Arcas
darling.
and I'm like, help her. It's so rude.
Oh,
You remind me of my grandson.
I do. Ooh. Was he as pretty and handsome? And then I stretched my
He
bicep.
worked in KFC
Oh, he
just
did.
down the road.
In the King's Fire Marshal Corporation?
Yes, until one day he was mistaken for a chicken. It was a terrible day. He never got out alive.
I'm just like, I have that absent-minded listening face where my eyes are like this, and I'm like, but I'm not really paying attention, and I'm starting to look around again, and I say, I think I'll go look around outside to see if I can see where Goosie might have gone. So I go outside.
All right,
Yeah,
you go
maybe
outside.
if we look for feathers outside. I follow her.
Okay. Anyone else? What are the rest of you doing?
I'm sipping my tea and I'm pretty much really happy about it.
I think I'm gonna sit on the couch and have a little nap. I'm feeling very exhausted already from the day's ordeal.
Already.
Need to have a snooze.
Okay, so you go and rest on the couch. The girls go outside. Arcas, what are you doing again?
I just stay in the room and drink my tea.
Okay. The two of you go outside, and what do you do once you get outside?
I look around the circumference of the house for either feathers, goose prints, or any sign of an invasion.
You poke around, and you come to after walking around the perimeter of the house, near the back, you notice there is a hole with a couple of dirty goose feathers stuck in it.
Ooh.
Aha!
Aha!
Found it.
A hole!
A hole in the ground.
I point at it. I tried to point at it first so that I look like I found it before her, even though she was staring at it already. I'm like, aha! I found it. Look this way, sister.
I'm like, good find. Good looking. That was great.
It was.
So Neal, it's a hole in the ground?
It's a hole in the ground.
Like a pit.
A pit. Yeah, you look down into it, and it looks like it goes pretty deep.
Uh-oh.
Does
It looks like
seem
this goes pretty deep.
Yeah, I agree. But that was pretty obvious, sister. You didn't have to point that out to me.
You're right, I'm sorry.
But yeah, I'm trying to see if it seems like dug with a shovel, like very clear imprint, or more like plowed out by a chicken.
Doesn't
It's a
look like
goose!
doesn't look like there are any shovels involved. It's actually the edges are pretty clumsy. You can't tell what it was done with, but definitely not like a proper tool.
Doesn't seem like it was done with a proper tool, sister.
Do I hear anything coming from the hole? Scrabbling or goose noises?
What do you mean? You put your ear to the hole?
Uh-huh.
No, you kind of sound. You hear the sound of the ocean.
Well, how
pretty
strange.
fucked up.
Seems there's an ocean at the bottom of this pit. Alright, well, we probably should somehow go down and look and see, so we should go ask Arcas for his rope.
Is it big enough for a human to go through?
Yeah, it is.
Huh. Yeah, we should do it.
Okay.
You guys head back inside and come up to Arcas, who is. You're done with your tea now, Arcas.
Okay.
Yeah. Continue.
Arcas, can I borrow your rope?
What?
I need your rope. I just start I'm just
don't-
ignoring him and just clawing around in his stuff, and I just find the rope.
This is the first time I probably that ever happens to me. So I'm like, whoa. And I touch myself like slowly. I'm like, I don't have rope.
You don't? I search him for rope.
No, I don't.
Neal, I'm searching him for rope. Do I find any?
Do you have any rope on your character sheet, Steph?
I don't.
No.
I've got some knitting wool. I was going to use it to knit my fiance a new scarf, but you could use it, I suppose.
You have a fiance?
Oh
Both
yes.
of us are like,
Suddenly we forget all about the goose and we're like,
Lord Henry Dalton. We're due to be
a
wed.
lord.
He gave me the magic goose. I'm waiting for him to come back, but if it's lost, then I wouldn't know what I would do.
Well, we certainly can't disappoint Lord Henry Dalton, right?
No, my fiance, Lord Henry Dalton. No.
But we found the hole. We need a rope to go down there. So we're gonna go need to buy some rope. Would you like to come along?
If possible, I wouldn't want to slow you young adventurers down, though.
Arcas can carry you.
Oh,
Ooh, right now?
Yeah.
So what are we just talking here about the funny cigarettes that you had, or is there something in the tea that was different?
There was something in the tea.
psychedelic. She's had like a psychedelic tea with
Okay.
like
Yeah.
instead
Alright.
of sugar, it's heroin or something. I don't know.
So I'm like, and it's the first time I ever like experienced that in my whole life. So I'm like, whoa! Like the perception of the world is crazy to me.
All right.
I really need a bathroom break. Sorry, I know this is live. Can I
Oh,
take-
that's okay.
It's
We're
okay.
about time for a break anyway, so we can break for like 10 minutes or whatever you need. 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's take our first break a little bit early, and we'll come back in I don't know,
Miss
3 to
Grisham needs to use the potty.
10 minutes. See you guys later.
I have a weak bladder.